Hello, guys. This is Sam Bismuth again. I am an activist, a computer programmer, and a member of CPI. Check out this cool poster I've got. Um, anyway, um, so today I just wanted to say it's very important for your mental well-being and fortitude to study. And some days you may not have the motivation to study. Well, just study something, read something, even 5 or 10 minutes. Just force yourself to spend 5 or 10 minutes with something. And it's not just important to study just for the sake of studying, right? Just for the sake of cramming more stuff in your head. That's not really the exact reason why it's important. The reason it's important is because your mind, it's not an iron trap. Things don't stay in there forever. And the way that you keep things in there is either by revisiting them from time to time and reinforcing the memories, or it's by building, right? You build on a foundation. The reason we remember English, right, is because we're always reading English and hopefully learning a little bit of new English all the time, right? And the importance of study is not just to build up and maintain your political understanding for the sake of it, but the purpose is to make you better at understanding reality itself. And we all have the temptation to just watch popcorn content, right? Just TikTok videos or whatever little, trivial things, internet drama. You can do that if you want, but you're never going to really learn reality there. It might give you a taste. It might open a door for you. It might get you interested in something. Sure, that's fine, that's good. But it is not going to give you that reality. In a 5-minute video, I cannot sum up Marxism or economics or anything enough to give you reality. Now, how does reality come from study? Well, I'll tell you, it's not just from studying objective, accurate sources. That does help. But it is not just based on the objectivity of your sources, but it is based on the depth of the information. And what you'll find is that the deeper that you go into something, right? You pick up that big book, it's intimidating. But the deeper that you go into it, the more it is going to have to be objective. And this is true of everything. For example, if you go on Wikipedia and you look up Stalin, it's going to call him a dictator, accuse him of all this garbage that isn't true. But when you go into the individual acts of Stalin or the individual years of the Soviet Union, you start going into depth and going into depth. Even in a highly biased source like Wikipedia, you'll find they have to admit truths. You'll find they have to admit a lot of things that actually did happen, because when it comes down to it, when pressed on the details, they have to admit it. They have to admit it. And that's how it always is. That is how it always is. The deeper that you go into study, provided it's objective, because you can manufacture and falsify infinite amounts of information, infinite amounts of detail and complexity, and they do, right? But when you start to get an eye for what sort of details are realistic, when you start to really look in depth at things as they are, and when you really start to study and reach for reality, you will become more objective, you will become smarter, you will get a better sense of things. And importantly, you'll be able to go beyond phrase mongering and talking points and things that make you feel like you're in the in group, right? I'm in the CPI, I'm in the Patriotic Socialist group, whatever, my talking points, we need to rebuild America, whatever, whatever. But how can you demonstrate that understanding well if you haven't studied in depth? Because when somebody challenges you, there's lots of liberals out there, there's lots of anti-communists out there who have studied more than you, and they're going to make you look like a fool. You need to study them too. Don't just look at what the communist historians are saying. Yes, it's important. Maybe start with the communist historians. But those people are not going to tell you what the other people are saying about them. Right? So, study, learn reality, go deeper. The deeper you go, the closer you get to reality, and no matter what angle or vantage point that you approach things from, even an anti-communist one, even a neoconservative one, the more in depth you go, the closer you get to reality, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to be objective, you will be forced to admit certain facts, and that is what happens. So study in depth, and this has been Sam Bismuth. I will see you next time.